The pictures will be taken by you. So you might want to, instead of you have to go if you want to, because you are not the first, it's not the experience of we can. Yeah? Yeah. Because there, otherwise I put some chairs for you.
No, it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, may I kindly ask you to take your seats? Do we have all the awardees that are present today in Tuzla in the room? Hopefully, we'll find out in the next 90 minutes or so. Warm welcome here to Tuzla. My name is Sebastian Schäfer. I'm the director of the Institute for the Danube Region and Central Europe, and it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to today's Danubius Awards ceremony. The Danubius Award ceremony is a long-standing award that we are awarding together with the Ministry for Women's Science and Research of the Republic of Austria. It's also a long-standing tradition that we do this in the framework of the DRC annual conference that is this year kindly hosted by the University of Tuzla. And I would like to thank the DRC Vice President, Nemia Hadjigajic, for the hospitality. Thank you very much for having me. Without further ado, we have a lot of awardees to be celebrated. We hand over to the introduction and welcome from Eva Maria Holzleitner, Federal Minister for Women's Science and Research of the Republic of Austria, who will greet us with a video message. Calling Vienna, can we get the video message, please? Normally, we should also hear something. Vienna, can we try again, please?
We can.
Still no sound.
This award ceremony. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2025 Danubius Award ceremony and celebrate the 15th anniversary of the awards. There are many reasons to be inspired. We can celebrate how scientific cooperation in the Danube region has grown stronger and more strategic through the EU strategy for the Danube region. We can appreciate the dedication of outstanding researchers and experts who contribute to the European research area and to international networks. We can recognize the diversity of expertise represented by today's awardees. And we can take joy in the fact that 2/3 of this year's winners are women, showing the impressive female potential in science. The Danubius Young Scientist Award winners from a vibrant and visible science community, one that strengthens trust in research and helps find solutions to global challenges. Congratulations to Professor Edith Irene Buzaj, winner of the 2025 Danubius Award, to Dr. Stoimir Kolarevich, recipient of the Mid-Career Award, and to all 14 Young Scientist Award winners. You are true ambassadors for science cooperation and the spirits of the Danube region. I wish you all a continued success and inspiration for your future work.
Thank you very much. And I would like to give the floor now to Martina Adolf from the Federal Ministry for Women, Science and Research of the Republic of Austria, our long-standing cooperation partner. And thank you very much again for the great cooperation, Martina.
Thank you very much. And actually, I will keep it really short because you have already heard from my minister, and you will hear, I think, some more inspiring words from Mr. Faulhammer and also from the minister. So I will be really short. I can just tell you that I'm really happy to be here. It is my first time that I can actually award the certificates on behalf of the ministry. And I have to say already, I think for 10 years, I'm now following the awards. And it is the highlight of my work here because I think so much inspiration and so much great work in science is something that inspires me in my work, even though I'm not a researcher. But I think it is our work to do the best, that our researchers have the best framework conditions to work internationally. And I think this prize is a recognition for your work. And with that, I want to thank, first of all, also the University of Tuzla for hosting us. But I also want to thank the EDM and the team, and especially Sebastian, Rebecca, and Julia for all the work they've done. And enjoy the celebrations and the afternoon.
Thank you very much for your kind words, Martina. And with this, I immediately hand over to my chairman, Friedrich Faulhammer, from the Institute for the Danube Region and Central Europe.
Dear DRC Presidency, dear awardees, colleagues and friends, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much that you give me the floor for the second time this day. And as I mentioned in the morning, it is now my great pleasure to welcome you again to this year's Danubius Award ceremony. We meet here in Tuzla again to celebrate scientific excellence and cooperation in a region that continues to inspire our common shared Danube region. And it is great to have this ceremony for the first time in Bosnia-Herzegovina. The Danubius Award has been created in 2011 by the Austrian Federal Ministry for Women, Science and Research and the Institute for the Danube Region and Central Europe, and has therefore been an integral part of our joint efforts for 14 years. Since its inauguration, it has honored exceptional researchers whose work contributes to the understanding and development of the Danube region, covering the 14 countries of the EU strategy for the Danube region, stretching from Germany to the Ukraine. Today, the awards are presented in 3 categories, reflecting the full range of scientific careers. The Danubius Award itself recognizes scholars whose lifetime achievements have significantly influenced research and cooperation in our region. The Danubius Mid-Career Award supports ambitious scientists who have already made important contributions and are on their way to shaping their disciplines further. And the Danubius Young Scientist Award, introduced in 2014, encourages outstanding young researchers to engage with the most pressing challenges facing the Danube region. Each of these awards highlights a different stage of academic life, yet all share one common thread: the pursuit of excellence that serves our societies and strengthens European cooperation. This year's competition has once again been remarkable. We received applications and nominations from a broad range of scientific fields, spanning sustainable food, biotechnology, circular economy and environmental innovation, social sciences and cultural studies, as well as new approaches to urban and digital transformation. In the Young Scientist Award category alone, the jury reviewed 116 nominations, representing impressive diversity across the region. I would like to express my appreciation to all jury members for their dedicated work and fair evaluation process. The strongest competition, by the way, this year came from Hungary, with 26 nominations for one winner, an outstanding reflection of scientific vitality and engagement for the Danube region. Ladies and gentlemen, as we honor the 2025 laureates today, we celebrate more than individual success. We celebrate cooperation, creativity, and the curiosity that connects us across borders. Your research contributes to the sustainable and innovative future of the Danube region and to Europe as a whole. Congratulations to all winners on this well-deserved recognition. Your achievements stand as proof that science, when guided by openness, dialogue, and mutual respect, remains one of the most powerful bridges in our region. My sincere thanks go, besides the University of Tuzla, who is hosting this event this afternoon, especially to the Austrian Federal Ministry for Women, Science and Research, which is financing these awards since 2011. So you can see it is a sustainable activity of the Austrian Ministry, which shows the great dedication of the ministry to the Danube region. And this, despite the fact that this ministry had at that time 9 different ministers. Many thanks to the Institute for the Danube Region and Central Europe, to the members of the jury, the Danube Rectors Conference, and last but not least, to everyone who made this year's strong and inspiring edition of the Danubius Awards possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fritz, for these welcome words. And now I hope that we have a connection to Krems, where the rector of the University for Continuing Education, University Professor Dr. Victoria Weber, will hold the laudatio for the Danubius Award.
I can hear you very well, and I hope you can hear me as well.
And we can even see you. It's fantastic.
You can see me. That's great. So I will go right away, and I will start right away. So, dear DRC Presidency, dear distinguished members of the IDM, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and dear colleagues, it's a really great pleasure for me and an honor to introduce the winner of the prestigious Danubius Award to you. And I must say at this moment that I would really love to be with you in person in Tuzla, but at least we are connected like this. So we have come together today to celebrate Edith Busas in recognition of her outstanding scientific achievements and contributions to the Danube region and beyond. And let me say, and let me start with saying that there could hardly be a more deserving winner to this award, than Edith. From her earliest academic training to her current leadership roles that she takes over in science, she has always been able to combine scientific excellence with an exemplary dedication for what she does. She graduated as medical doctor at the University of Szeged in 1983, and later on she defended her PhD thesis at the University of Debrecen. She is professor of immunology and chair of the Department of Genetics, Cell Biology and Immunobiology at the Semmelweis University in Budapest. She is a member of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences and the Academy of Europe, and she is a world-leading researcher in the field of immunobiology. And more than that, she has been one of the pioneers worldwide and has earned large reputation for her research on extracellular vesicles, a field that has attracted huge attention over the past 15 years. Together with her research team, she focuses on the structure of EVs and on their multiple roles in the pathogenesis of different diseases, be it autoimmune diseases, inflammatory diseases, as well as in cancer. So she works at the interface of cell biology, molecular sciences, and medicine. And I should mention briefly in this context that extracellular vesicles are released by all cellular forms of life on Earth. They are tiny bubbles that carry a molecular cargo, and they transfer this cargo between cells. So they are messages that are critically and centrally involved in the interaction between cells in any multicellular organism. They participate in all physiological and pathological processes. And however, we still have very limited information about their biogenesis, so how they are generated, and we lack reliable markers to identify different subtypes. And this is exactly Edith's field of research, and this is also how we got to know each other. She has published over 200 scientific papers and has given numerous invited talks at international conferences. She has served as president of the International Society for Extracellular Vesicles and of the Hungarian Society for Immunology. She has received numerous awards for her scientific contributions, including the prestigious Carol Nachman Prize for Rheumatology back in 1995, the L'Oréal UNESCO for Women in Science Hungary Award, the Széchenyi Award, and the Special Achievement Award of ISEF. Together with her team, she has developed basic methods and protocols for EV research, and she once told me how important it was for her and how much time and patience it took for her and her team to develop reliable and reproducible methods. And it is based on this tremendous methodological work that researchers of the EV community all across Europe and beyond are able to build their research now. Edith Buschers has therefore been instrumental in the development and in the implementation of guidelines for the characterization of EVs as a basis for their possible clinical and therapeutic application. But in addition to these outstanding achievements in research, there are two aspects that distinguish her and that I want to particularly note. Firstly, Edith is a great networker. Through her outstanding commitment to scientific societies, she contributes significantly to international collaboration in her field, and she links researchers all across Europe and beyond. The ISEF annual conferences now take place alternatingly in Europe, in America, and in Asia. And the hosting of the ISEF 2025 conference in Vienna back in April was largely thanks to Edith's efforts. Her commitment also led to founding of a number of national societies in Germany, in Austria, in Serbia, in Slovenia, in the Czech Republic, and in Hungary, which regularly organized joint regional conferences and have yielded a vivid research community in Central Europe. And then Edith is dedicated to the promotion of young scientists. Particularly noteworthy here are her involvement in the establishment of the MOVE network for young scientists, so a mobility network, the organization of numerous training and further education events, and the coordination of Marie Curie doctoral training networks, and she has also served on the ERC panel. The Danubius Award, as we have heard, endowed by the Institute for the Danube Region and Middle Europe, honors researchers who contribute significantly to the Danube region's knowledge, to its connectivity and excellence. And the work of Edith Buschers exemplifies exactly that. Her research bridges disciplines, and her leadership in an emerging field of science aligns perfectly with the award's mission. Her influence is felt across multiple dimensions: scientific impact, her mentorship, and also in the field of education. By leading cutting-edge research from the Danube region, she sends a strong message that excellence knows no borders. Edith is a great scientist. She is an open-minded, generous, and inclusive person, and yet she is a very modest person. And Edith, I will always remember with great pleasure our visit to the Museum of Natural History in Vienna, where you once told me about the summers of your childhood, which you used to spend in Vienna, and how much you loved to stay in this museum for hours. So on behalf of all our colleagues, of all our collaborators and the broader scientific community, congratulations on receiving the Danubius Award 2025. Edith, we look forward to the next chapters of your work, and we are confident that your impact will continue to grow. All the best.
Thank you very much, and we will return to you in a minute, Rector Weber, but now the floor is yours. Congratulations, a warm round of applause to the 2025 Danubius Award winner, Edith Irin Bujat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the leaders of the DRC initiative, I'm almost speechless. I have to say that I'm very deeply touched by the extremely kind words of Professor Victoria Weber. I must say that I'm very honored, really privileged by the nomination and by being selected the awardee of the 2025 Danubius Award. I would like to express my deep gratitude to those who evaluated this nomination and who selected me. And I would like to also take the opportunity to thank all my peers, my collaborators, mentors, my students, any colleagues who worked with me along this path, who contributed to the research that we conducted over the past few decades. And I would like to drive the attention of all of you to a beautiful new field. I feel very fortunate to have had the chance to work on the previously mentioned extracellular vesicles. For a very long time, they have been ignored. In histology and cell biology, they were considered just trash, debris of the cells. And it took quite a long time until it was recognized that these extracellular vesicles, as you have heard from Professor Victoria Weber, are produced by all cellular life forms, and they have tremendous potential. They have tremendous potential as future therapeutic agents and also as future biomarkers. So I only hope that I could contribute to a little bit to the beginning of this new area, to this new field, and I hope it will keep going and growing as fast as it does these days. And I would like to thank you all again for this award. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Just a little. One more time. That's it. Yes.
We go now to the second category. The Danubius Mid-Career Award. I hope you can still see me because we almost had a camera accident in the room. So Vienna, please say something if this is not the case. And we are very happy that we can go back to the laudatio to Rector Weber, who will also present this award category. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Again, it's a great honor and pleasure to introduce you now also to the laureate of the Danubius Mid-Career Award 2025 and to pay tribute to Dr. Stojmir Kolarevich, who is being recognized with this prestigious award for his outstanding contributions to research in the Danube region. He was educated at the Faculty of Biology at the University of Belgrade, and he has embarked a career in microbiology, in ecotoxicology and hydroecology. He is a microbiologist and ecogenotoxicologist with a special expertise in water quality assessment and microbial pollution. He has an extensive publication record, has authored more than 75 scientific articles, of which 33 are directly related to the Danube River and its tributaries. Stojmir's research focuses on microbiological water quality, on wastewater-based epidemiology, and the efforts of multiple stressors on aquatic ecosystems. He is actively working to raise the awareness of the public and of the scientific community for the impact of untreated wastewaters on aquatic ecosystems, which is still a major and unresolved issue in many regions. What makes his work especially deserving for the Danubius Mid-Career Award is its direct relevance to the Danube region and to its environmental challenges. His investigations into microbiological quality of rivers, including efforts along the Sava River, bring rigorous science to the heart of water quality management in the Danube region. Dr. Kolarevich has been actively cooperating with scientists from the Danube River Basin countries through European projects, through Austrian Science Funds or FWF projects, through international expeditions and bilateral projects. And in 2019, he received a postdoctoral fellowship from the prestigious Federation of European Microbiology Societies of the FEMS for his research related to water quality assessment of the Danube River. And in addition to these scientific contributions in the Danube regions, since 2014, he has been engaged in practical work of monitoring and assessment expert group of the International Commission for the Protection of the Danube River, so the ICPDR. And the ICPDR is an organization that has been established to implement the Danube River Protection Convention and consists of representatives from countries that are party to the convention. It is a primary platform for addressing transboundary aspects of the EU Water Framework Directive in the Danube River Basin. The Monitoring Assessment Expert Group supports the organization of the joint Danube surveys to produce reliable and comparable information on water quality, to harmonize water monitoring practices, and to raise public awareness on water quality. In short, the work of Dr. Kolarevich stands at the intersection of science and the transboundary environmental concerns of the Danube region, exactly the kind of bridge between research and regional impact that the Danubius Awards aim to support. More than that, Stojmir Kolarevich is a mentor for younger scientists and thereby helps to build the next generation of researchers across the Danube region. His selection for this award serves as recognition not only of his individual scientific achievements, but also of the vital importance of water ecosystem research in the Danube Basin. As we honor Stojmir Kolarevich today, we also anticipate his future contributions and the continued positive impact of his work for rivers and ecosystems in the Danube region. His research gives us reason to hope that science can inform policy, that cross-border ecosystems can be better protected, and that the richness of the Danube region can be preserved for the generations to come. Dear Stojmir, dear Dr. Kolarevich, I congratulate you wholeheartedly on receiving this award. May your curiosity remain endless, may your collaborations remain strong, and the impact of your research grow further. All the best for your future work.
Thank you very much, Rector Weber, for the second foundation. And with this, I welcome the 2025 Danubius Mid-Career Award, Dr. Stojmir Kolarevich.
Dear colleagues, dear guests, and dear organizers here in Tuzla, it's really a big honor to be here. And I'm really excited for this award, so I prepared a short speech just to go fluently to this. First of all, I must say big thanks to the Professor Victoria Weber for all these kind words and for the nomination. I'm deeply honored to be here today and truly grateful to receive the Danubius Mid-Career Scientist Award. And my sincere thanks go to the committee and to the IDM for recognition of my research. I would also like to express my heartfelt appreciation to my colleagues and dear friends from Karl Steiner University in Krems, from Medical University in Vienna, and from Technical University in Vienna, especially Dr. Alexander Kishner and Dr. Andreas van Leiter, my dear friends who are collaborators in all this effort. Equally, I'm grateful to my colleagues at the Institute for Biological Research in Stankic in Belgrade for their continuous support. And most importantly, to my wife Margareta and our son Tibor, who are today here with me. I'm very happy to receive this award this year, as this is the year of the Joint Danube Survey 5. For those who are not familiar with the concept of Joint Danube Surveys, these are large international rivers organized each 6 years by the International Commission for the Protection of the Danube River. And all Danube countries participate in this exercise in assessing ecological and chemical status of the river and major tributaries. This past summer, national teams completed the 5th survey, which was an enormous collaborative effort that brought together scientists from every Danube nation. In June and July, teams collected and processed countless biological and chemical samples, and now we are in the exciting phase of data analysis and synthesis. These surveys are truly special. They represent the culmination of the ongoing national monitoring programs and efforts and the spirit of scientific cooperation. The Danube is not just a river, it is a living connection. Danube River Basin is the most international river basin in the world. It is linking east and west. It is flowing through and beyond the European Union, uniting nations from diverse cultures and backgrounds. By research orientation, I'm a microbiologist and ecotoxicologist, and my career is devoted to the study of the anthropogenic impact on aquatic ecosystems. And I have been involved in these surveys since 2013, when I gave this unique perspective of the Danube region, where differences in legislation, economic development, and cultural heritage all leave their mark on the river. It is really fascinating to observe how these variations shape the health and dynamics of the Danube ecosystem. I believe that every drop of water in Danube tells a story. This is a story about nature, story about people, and story about our shared responsibilities to protect what connects us all. Indeed, as a scientist, I know that every drop of water in Danube does contain molecules that tell us scientific story of the Danube, about water quality and creatures living in the Danube. This awards to me symbolize the power of collaboration, how scientists from different countries, disciplines, and backgrounds can come together for a shared cause. The Danube reminds us that science has no border and that our collective efforts can truly make a difference. Thank you once again for this recognition and for being part of this remarkable journey. Thank you and watch your Danube. Now. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's it.
And with this, we come to our third category, which has also the most celebration that we will have in the next couple of hours. But before we dive into that, I have the great honor to welcome not only as the DRC president, but also an incremental part of the Danubius Young Scientist Award, and in his first job, Minister of Education and Research of Romania. Daniel David, floor is yours.
So speaking, I don't know which one is my first job. I will take, but you know, just 2 ideas. The first one, as we know, the flagship of the research infrastructures at the European level is related to what we call ERIC, European Research Infrastructure Consortium. And we have a lot of ERICs at the European level, but I'm very happy that starting with the middle of this year, we have a specific ERIC which is dedicated to our topic, Danubius ERIC, which is hosted in Romania, but also it involves about 7 other countries. So my first suggestion for the young researchers is to use it. Use it because this is created specially to stimulate careers, to stimulate great ideas, to stimulate excellence in research. So please use it. And the second idea, somehow I mentioned it in the morning, our model for modern societies is based on what we call knowledge-based society, meaning that we try to generate knowledge by science or research, to disseminate it by education, and use it innovatively in our society. However, this model seems to be under several attacks coming from different factors. I would say that maybe one factor is related to the idea that sometimes we forget when we disseminate knowledge to disseminate not only knowledge, but also the modality of generating knowledge. And in this process, we leave spaces for pseudoscience. The second factor is related to the idea that we are right in the process of the 5th industrial revolution, where we have a strong connectivity, integration between physical world and cyber world. And again, this is good for science, but also it opens gates for pseudoscience. And third, modern people are emancipated. They would like to have, for example, I mean, they don't like to be told what to do. They want to be co-creators of the decisions which have an impact on their life. That is why sometimes they challenge the old institutions which are not careful to make them co-creators of the decisions. So to make a long story short, let us all be aware about what is happening in our times with science, and encourage you to be soldiers of knowledge-based society, conquering first Danubius ERIC, and then the whole society. Good luck.
Your Excellency, dear Daniel, thank you very much for setting the stage for the Danubius Young Scientist Awards. Avid viewers of our ceremonies know that we go country-wise alphabetically in the English order. And you also know that from time to time we have had several introductions that included the butchering of the Danube region languages by me, the moderator, when I was trying to say a few words in each and every language. So I'm not going to do this year, because last year I thought of something else. And we introduced here not only the Danubius Award, the Danubius Young Scientist Award winners, but also scientists from the countries that they're coming from that can serve as an inspiration or as a role model, or just some fun fact about researchers coming from the various countries. And we start with Austria. And this year I have, honestly, I did not really research them. I had someone to research them for me, and then I had a look at them. So thank you, William. And Berta Karlik was the first woman to become a full professor at the University of Vienna and discovered the natural occurrence of astatine, one of the rarest elements on Earth. Providing that persistence, not just particles, can be powerful in science. The winner of the Danubius Young Scientist Award 2025 from Austria is Claudio Lastro.
Danubius Award ceremony. My name is Claudia Lastro. I'm deeply sorry that I can't be with you today. I'm currently doing fieldwork in Georgia and Armenia for my postdoctoral project, but I'm extremely delighted and grateful for the recognition of my doctoral dissertation. And I would like to take the opportunity to share a few words with you of what my work means to me and what I hope it will mean to the broader research community. So in my dissertation, I analyzed elite splits in authoritarian regimes, particularly based on fieldwork in Serbia and Montenegro. And what I found out was that, in contrast to established scholarly assumptions that divisions in the leadership of authoritarian regimes are an indication of crisis or weakness, they can actually be moments of strategic realignment, which stabilizes autocratic regimes, meaning that autocrats can use these conflicts to oust certain elites who have become a liability, scapegoat them for unpopular decisions, co-opt new, more valuable stakeholders, and also to rebrand themselves in programmatic terms, so they can add to the adaptability of autocratic regimes by helping them to streamline their coalitions, both in programmatic and material terms. So I hope that these insights will also be meaningful beyond the Danubius region, which is something I try to do right now and add to our understanding of the stability and coalition building and adaptability of authoritarian regimes. So I thank the jury of the Danubius Award very much for recognizing this qualitative fieldwork-based research. And I also want to thank my mentor, Florian Bieber, my colleagues at the University of Graz, all my interlocutors and interviewees in the field, without whom this would not have been possible. And I wish you all a nice and joyful events. I also want to congratulate the other awardees and thank you very much for letting me be part in this ceremony from afar.
We continue with Bosnia and Herzegovina, our host country for this year's award ceremony. In the late 19th century, Bosnia and Herzegovina became one of the first regions in Europe to develop hydroelectric power. A plant built near Trebinje in 1895 made Bosnia an early adopter of hydroelectric technology, making sure the rivers would work over time. The winner of the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award from Bosnia and Herzegovina is Anissa Ahatovic Haider. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's a great honor to be here today and to receive this Young Scientist Award. I would like to thank the Danubius Award Committee for granting me this recognition, and to the Institute for the Danube Region and Central Europe and Austrian Federal Ministry for Women, Science and Research for their continued support of young scientists and for promoting scientific collaborations across the Danube region. I'm a research associate at the University of Sarajevo Institute for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology. And my research focus are plant-microbe interactions, in particular plant growth promoting bacteria and their role in helping plants cope with environmental stress. So these beneficial microbes not only enhance plant growth and stress tolerance, but also offer sustainable ways to restore soil health and restore ecosystems affected by industrial pollution or intensive agriculture. In the Danube region, soil degradation caused by industrial legacies and intensive agricultural practices are a significant challenge. And by applying these microorganisms, beneficial naturally occurring microorganisms as biofertilizers and bioremediation agents, can actually help reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and to promote sustainable agriculture, ultimately protecting both biodiversity and human well-being. So I'm actually really proud that my research contributes to identifying and developing environmentally friendly solutions that can restore soil fertility, promote sustainable agriculture, and protect biodiversity. And at the end, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my mentors and my colleagues from the Institute for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology, University of Sarajevo, and to my family and my friends for their constant encouragement and support. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we continue with Bulgaria. Bulgarian scientists developed an early digital computer in continental Europe, the ELGA, in the early 1960s, an essential step for modern computing in the Eastern Bloc. So before laptops were cool, Bulgaria built one of Europe's early computers, likely the size of a fridge. The Danubius Young Scientist Award winner 2025 for Bulgaria is Angel Slav.
Good evening. My name is Anders Varkov, and I want to thank you all for this honor to receive this award because I really didn't expect it because I'm a historian, and as you know, usually in our region, the history is used to divide the people, to divide the countries. But what we in the Institute of Balkan Studies in Sofia believe is that the history can be used as a bridge to connect people, to connect nations. And what we do now is to develop sustainable green tourism using the cultural heritage of our region. And we believe this is very important for the Western Balkans and for the integration of the Western Balkans in the EU. So I'm very happy that I had this opportunity to come here in Bosnia. It's my first time, and it's a really interesting country with a lot of common history with Bulgaria and the other countries from the Balkans. Thank you very much.
We continue with Croatia. Branka Vojnovic was a biochemist who contributed to understanding enzyme activity and molecular interactions in living cells. She spent her life uncovering the life's hidden mechanisms, proof that science, like a good drink, works best when stirred. And the winner of the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award from Croatia is Barbara Tabanas Ferreira.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the committee for selecting for this very prestigious award. It is a huge honor, and I'm really excited about this I must say that this, although it is an individual award, none of this would be possible without a great collaboration with the colleagues. And for this, I'm sincerely grateful to my entire team at the Center of Excellence Marble, as well as my colleagues at the University of Zagreb Faculty of Electrical Engineering and Computing, particularly Labis and Larix laboratories. I'm also thankful, of course, to my family who inspire me and motivate me daily. My husband and my daughter who unfortunately couldn't travel here with me today. My research is in robotics, particularly maritime robotics and autonomous systems. My more narrow research focus is how can we coordinate these multi-robot systems. So when we have robots that are some on the water surface, some are below water and some are above water, we are trying to make them do some tasks efficiently together in order to be able to coordinately do some tasks that are useful for humans. And here we have many applications. We do environmental monitoring, we do inspections and maintenance of the maritime infrastructure, we do a lot of these areas related to biology, archaeology, and so on. So robotics is kind of the accelerator that helps many other fields, and in the future to be very useful and very important to deal with the climate issues, with ecological issues that lie ahead of us. So thank you once again for this. It is my great honor to be here with you today. Thank you very much.
Moving on to Czechia, Marie Stenka Barborova Čihakova became the first woman in the Czech lands to obtain a doctorate in 1901 and made important contributions in botany and zoology. The 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner from Czechia is Zuzana Nedeska.
Hello, hello from Prague, and good evening to everyone. Sincere congratulations to all of the awardees. It's been amazing to hear all the talents and all the great work achieved. My name is Zuzana Nedelska, and I'm a physician. I work as a cognitive neurologist and as a junior research group leader at Charles University in Prague and also in another center in Brno, also Czechia. I study dementia and neurodegenerative diseases of the brain, such as Alzheimer's disease and dementia with Lewy bodies. I combine brain imaging methods such as MRI with other biomarkers from blood and cerebrospinal fluid to improve how we diagnose these diseases, how we do it earlier, more precisely, less invasively, and provide the best possible treatment. The dementia numbers are rising rapidly across the Danube region, and I believe that our teamwork promotes not only early diagnosis, but also public awareness and education about Alzheimer's and other dementias, and cross-border collaboration to battle dementia issue. We do help other doctors and patients to access the most modern diagnostic tools to improve care and to bring new treatments for people living with dementia in Central Europe region and beyond. And I truly believe that our work, the teamwork, does make the difference, and we contribute to improving health and brain well-being in the Danube region. Thank you very much for giving me the trust and recognizing my work for this award. And once again, have a nice evening and enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Good night.
The German physicist William Conrad Röntgen discovered X-rays in 1895, an accidental yet revolutionary finding that earned him the very first Nobel Prize in physics in 1901. So no pressure on the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner from Germany, Felix Busch.
Thank you very much, dear members of the jury, dear colleagues. My name is Felix Busch. I'm a clinical scientist and resident in radiology at the Technical University of Munich. And I feel very honored to receive this year's Danubius Young Scientist Award, along with all these amazing researchers from the Danube region. And in our work, which was recently published in JAMA Network Open, we examined patient attitudes towards AI in healthcare, specifically the acceptance, trust, preferences, and concerns, and linking these to socio-demographic characteristics, health status, and technology knowledge. And our study was conducted within the EU Horizon-funded Comfort Consortium. We surveyed adult patients in 26 languages between February and November 2023. And we included over 13,000 patients in the end from 74 hospitals across 43 countries. Also, we included over 3,000 patients from the Danube region. And in my short laudatory speech, I want to point you to 3 findings that merit particular attention. First, patients express cautious optimism. More than half of the participants reported a positive view of AI in medicine and support its broader use. Yet, trust was conditional. Nearly half believed AI can improve care, but fewer trusted to provide diagnostic or therapeutic information in isolation. Second, patients strongly favor explainability and human oversight. Approximately 70% preferred explainable AI systems, even at a small cost to accuracy, and 3/4 endorsed a collaborative model in which physicians retain the final responsibility when the performance is comparable. And finally, there are also several key concerns across groups: data security, the potential erosion of the doctor-patient relationship, displacement of clinicians, and cost increases. Notably, greater AI knowledge, for example, was associated with more favorable attitudes. And these insights have direct implications for the Danube region, whose diversity of healthcare systems, resources, and cultures demands implementation strategies that are both rigorous and context sensitive. So our conclusions focus on 5 priorities when implementing AI in healthcare: transparency and accountability by design, human in the loop decision-making, robust data stewardship, communication with and literacy of patients, and ultimately equal access to AI. And grounded in these preferences, we can build AI for healthcare that is safe, equitable, and aligned with regional values, improving outcomes while strengthening trust. And we have made all of our data openly available and warmly encourage researchers and others interested to conduct any secondary and subgroup analysis. So thank you very much. Special thanks to all the collaborating partners and participating hospitals that made this comprehensive study possible. And if you have any questions about our work, please feel free to reach out to me.
The Hungarian engineer László Bíró invented the modern ballpoint pen in 1938, a device so practical that it's still called a biro in parts of the world. And the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner for Hungary is Daniel Gerber.
Greetings everyone, I'm Daniel Gerber, Research Fellow and Computational Biologist at the Institute of Archaeogenomics at the ELTE Research Center for the Humanities in Budapest, Hungary, and I'm really grateful for receiving this award. And here in this short video, I would like to present my field of research just in a few sentences. Actually, I am working with ancient DNA and next generation sequencing ancient DNA data. And my main research focus is population genomics, but I'm also interested in paleoecology and metagenomics as well. The data set I'm currently working on, and basically as in general, is strongly tied to the Danube region, as this data set is mostly from the Carpathian Basin. For example, last year we have published a paper, which was first authored by me, that revealed the population structure and population events of the Carpathian Basin population in the first millennium CE, and it actually highlighted the huge importance of the Danube River as an ecological barrier between the Transdanubia and the Great Hungarian Plain. And as a follow-up, I'm actually working on ancient horses from the same region and the same period to reveal the actual population structure and the human impact and the ecological impact on the population structure of these ancient horses. So basically, this is my research currently here. I'm really sad that I cannot attend the ceremony there, but I'm wishing a really good time for you there in Tuzla, and thank you again. Goodbye.
Ina Zekirov was born in Moldova and is a medical microbiologist and physician scientist at the University of British Columbia in Canada, known for work on microbiome genomics and tuberculosis diagnostics. And the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner from Moldova is Krina Biko.
Dear professors, dear research community, my name is Krina Biko, and I'm very glad to be one of the winners of the Danubius Young Scientist Award. I am honored to have the opportunity to represent the Republic of Moldova at this event and to contribute to international scientific work. I am a researcher at the Institute of Chemistry of Moldova State University, specializing in ecological chemistry with a focus on natural antioxidants and bioactive compounds derived from grapes and wine. I study how these compounds behave chemically, how they interact in redox processes, and how their antioxidant activities can benefit the human health and the environment. Essentially, I study nature's own tools for promoting health and sustainability. I believe my research is important for the Danube region. This area has a rich tradition of viticulture and a wealth of natural resources, so understanding the chemistry of bioactive compounds in grapes and wines can help improve the quality of local products. Also, it supports the development of new sustainable products like dietary supplements, cosmetological products, and so on. In short, my research connects chemistry, ecology, and health, offering insights that can support sustainable technologies that advances green chemistry and innovation in the Danube region and promotes environmental protection and cross-border scientific cooperation. So, once again, many thanks for the Danubius Young Scientist Award and greetings from Republic of Moldova.
Led major radio ecology and environmental protection projects in Montenegro, including surveys of radon and gamma radiation in schools and soil, helping shape policies for radiation safety. The 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner from Montenegro is Amar Kapic.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to say that it is a great honor to receive the Danubius Young Scientist Award. My name is Amar Kapic, and I'm an assistant professor at the Faculty of Information Technology at the Mediterranean University in Montenegro. In parallel with this role, I work as a research associate at the European Organization for Nuclear Research in Switzerland. My research, conducted as part of my PhD in collaboration with EPFL and CERN, focuses on detector instrumentation for high-energy physics experiments, where I study how radiation affects sensors and electronics and develop systems that can operate reliably in extreme conditions, such as high radiation doses, strong magnetic fields, and sub-zero temperatures. I also designed control system software to manage detector operation modes, ensuring that detectors can safely transition between normal data taking and safe states when required. In addition to this, I study sensor interfaces, wearable electrochemical biosensors, and optimized control algorithms for energy-efficient industrial systems. I'm also part of an R&D project developing medical devices for radio-guided surgery, which is based on CERN silicon photomultiplier technology. Beyond the applications across major high-energy physics facilities, the knowledge I've gained through this research directly supports regional initiatives such as SAIST, for example, which aims to build the first heavy ion therapy facility in Southeast Europe. This project has the potential to transform both research and healthcare capacity across the Danube region. At the same time, my work on medical devices and remote monitoring systems for personalized medicine contributes to data-driven and patient-centric healthcare in our region. At the end, once again, I would like to thank the committee for this recognition and congratulate all the other awardees. Thank you.
Stefania Maracinianu, a Romanian physicist who worked with Marie Curie, helped pioneer ideas around artificial radioactivity that fed into a Nobel-winning discovery. Proof that Romanian science doesn't just glow, it lights the way. And the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner is Lavinia Florina Calizan.
Dear Minister of Research and Education, Daniel David, dear DRC representatives, dear awardees, esteemed guests, and beautiful families present here at this great event for us, the young researchers. I would like, first of all, full of emotion, to express my deep gratitude for this award, for being selected. And for this, I would like, first of all, to express my deepest gratitude to the evaluators of this award, who considered me as one of the winners of 2025 of the Danubius Young Scientist Awards. And of course, behind every success are great people who offered the highest support, education, mentorship, collegiality, collaborating, and the families who always give or offers the hardest part of what success means. Therefore, I would like to share this award with both of these pillars, the professional pillar and the personal pillar. Both these pillars being represented today here. First of all, my deep gratitude to my mentor, Professor Dr. Dan Bodnar, the president of the Senate of the university that I'm representing. He was my professor as a student, and then somehow his vision and ambitions brought us all, myself and my colleagues, in this great research group, which actually is a functional model of the Romanian research performance. We are sharing the same values and we are committed to great results. And alongside my mentor, I would like to express my gratitude to my colleagues from the Faculty of Food Science and Technology, from the Department of Food Science, and from this amazing research group that I am part of. This success is a contribution of all of my great colleagues and mentorship. And the second pillar, my sole pillar, is my family. And they are here today with me. I am blessed of course, and extremely lucky to have them here. We were traveling from Romania by car. It's an adventure for us, this award and also this trip, and I'm very happy for doing this. And thank you for having us all here. They are my engine and my power, or my superpower, always supporting my work, my desire of doing more, and always being there alongside with me to grow and raise the next generation of beautiful kids who can get inspired by science. Thank you, and again, I feel blessed and grateful for today.
Milica Ninkovic was a pioneering writer, translator, and early advocate for women's education in the 19th century. She used her pen to challenge social norms. And the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner for Serbia is Kristina Radinovic.
Good afternoon, everyone, and it's a pleasure to be here and I'm honored to share this moment with the ministry, rectors, and presidents. My name is Kristina Radinovic, and I'm research associate at the Faculty of Physical Chemistry, University of Belgrade. My research focus is on electrochemical sensors for the detection of heavy metals in the water, especially arsenic, which is a problem in several countries in the Danube region, such as Serbia, Hungary, and Croatia. What motivates me? The idea that science can direct protect people's health and environment. To receive Danubius Young Award, it's truly an honor, but it is not only recognition for my previous work, but also motivation for my future works. I would like to thank Danubius Award Committee, my mentor and colleagues from the Faculty of Physical Chemistry, my parents, family, and friends for their continuous support. Thank you very much.
Slovak astronomer Ludmila Pajdušaková discovered several comets from 1958, directed the Scarnate Plejo Observatory, making her a pioneer in Central European astronomy. The 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award for Slovakia goes to Olha Sarachman.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's my big pleasure and great honor to receive today the Danubius Young Scientist Award, and I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the organizers and the distinguished jury for this recognition. I will also acknowledge my alma mater, Faculty of Chemical and Food Technology, of Solvang University of Technology, especially my colleagues and friends from the Department of Analytical Chemistry. I would also recognize my supervisor, Professor Schwartz, for his guidance, encouragement, and trust that have been essential throughout my research journey. More, I want to say thank you to Chemical Society for their continued support, especially support of young researchers. And last but not the least, I wish to thank my family and my friends. My mom, she is the greatest source of my strength. My research is in the field of analytical chemistry with a strong focus on the electrochemistry. We work on the development of state-of-the-art electrochemical sensors and biosensors as cost-effective and accessible alternatives to conventional analytical methods. Our goal is to develop low-cost, miniaturized, and the most important, user-friendly sensing system that, when combined with the same user-friendly portable device, can allow reliable analysis on site, whether in household, pharmacies, or even in the field, labs, etc. In my current research, I try to integrate both advanced electric materials while emerging new sustainable electric materials, mainly derived from locally sourced biomass from the Danube biomass, such as biochar. I would like to emphasize that our research is directly aligned with European Union priorities in green technologies, digital transformation, and sustainability, while we try to address the key challenges in the Danube region. Thank you one more time. Thank you for this honor and for your attention. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Monika Peinig is a media and communication scholar at the University of Ljubljana, focusing on populism, systems, gender, migration, and the role of media in contemporary democracy, reminding us to ask the important question of what's not being said. And the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner for Slovenia is Meta Staniša.
Thank you for this award. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really honored. And I would also like to thank my PhD mentor, Professor Sonia Smolenburg-Mezina from Biotechnical Faculty of the University of Ljubljana. And of course, also both of the organizations for nominating me for this award. My current position is as assistant professor and researcher at the Department of Food Science and Technology, where I do work in the food microbiology field, more specifically into bacteria, which are causing spoilage. But we are furthering our research into the part that we are connecting these bacteria also with the pathogens, the transmission of antimicrobial resistance, and the more and more important role of biofilms in the food industry, and trying to find ways to reduce them in these environments with sustainable and green solutions. So thank you once more, and I wish you all a nice evening, and I hope we'll have a nice time together. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Polina Kuznetsova was a pioneering chemist whose work on catalysis and organic synthesis advanced industrial chemistry in Eastern Europe. Her career was truly elemental to progress in chemistry. And the 2025 Danubius Young Scientist Award winner for Ukraine is Olesia Kucherev.
Good afternoon. I am very grateful for the opportunity to be here, and I would like to thank organizers of this event for this highly honored award. I am a chemist. I work as a research associate on the chemistry department of Taras Shevchenko National University of Kyiv. In my work, I focus on the production of hybrid perovskites. Specifically, hybrid perovskites are said to be the future of photovoltaics and solar cell technologies for today. This is specifically important for energetic independence of Ukraine in general and Danube region particularly, as it is the sunniest part of Ukraine. In our team, we specialized on the full cycle of research, starting from synthesis of individual compounds to production of some functional materials which can be introduced into devices, and fabrication of devices themselves, such as light-emitting diodes, solar cells, and photodetectors. Also, I would like to thank all my colleagues who participated with me in creation of new materials in this work, and I would like to congratulate awardees from other countries, and thank you very much for your attention.
To deal with scientific excellence, time flies. So this was the 2025 edition of the Danubius Awards. One more time, a huge thank you to, first and foremost, of course, the Federal Ministry for Women, Science and Research of the Republic of Austria for making this happen. Without their financial support, this would not be possible. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the Danube Practice Conference for supporting this and giving us always the opportunity to have this award ceremony within the framework of their annual conference. It's been a pleasure and an honor. Thank you. This was a truly cross-border and cross-nationality cooperation. We had 5 nationalities involved and 2 countries that made this live stream ceremony possible. So thank you very much for the technical support on site and the technical support back home in Vienna. And then, of course, last but not least, thank you very much once again for hosting this not only incredible Danube Directors Conference annual conference, but also the 2025 edition of the Danubius Awards. Thank you very much to the University of Tuzla, and I hand back to the Master of Ceremony of the overall conference, Amira Aftic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much once again. Dear guests, thank you all for being part of this inspiring program and event. It has been a pleasure to share this day of dialogue, learning, and collaboration with you. As we conclude, it's my pleasure to invite you to the